Hey everyone, Beeblebum here and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Today we're going to be doing the Expedition 8 Polestar, which is the latest expedition for No Man's Sky. This is a freighter-based expedition focused on freighter travel. Now we're going to focus on the phase 1 today, and then we go to the next phase and we do the other phase as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing, we go into our options, go to network. I have my multiplayer disabled because I do have some issues with interacting with devices or chests, so I just disabled that. But if you're using enabled, if you have the multiplayer enabled, then I would definitely say also turn off your PvP just to, reduce the risk of getting killed during this expedition. So, okay, with that done, let's just go back. Now, I'm also going to go to third person here. All right, so if you go to the expedition tab, you see that the first thing we need to do is we need to read the first entry in the ship log. To do that, we need to go and talk to the commander, so let's do that right now. Access ship's log. Alright, with that done, that's the first milestone. You can see now that I will be able to claim the reward, so we will claim the reward because the reward is what we will be needing for the next milestone. As you can see, we do have a wiring loom in that reward, so that is what we're going to be doing. Now, I'm getting storage augmentations. I'm not going to be using them for this ship. I want to have it on a better ship. I don't want to keep this shuttle, so I'm going to leave. Now, we go back into our inventory. We go to the freighter. And now we can fix the atmospheric control unit. As you can see, we have the wiring loom as well. So let's just fix that. This is now going to unlock the next milestone. All hands on deck. And that, if we claim this reward, you will see that we get Starship launch fuel. And this is definitely something we will be needing for the next one, the next milestone. Because the next milestone, we need to go and fly to the planet. So let's do that right now. Let's just go to the teleporter, get into our ship. And I'm going to jump in and out. I'm just going to make it safe because, as you can see, my ship is on fire. Now, there is nothing wrong with my ship. The ship is okay. It seems to be linked to the freighter, and I think the freighter, because it was broken, the ship is also looks like broken. So we're just going to reload the game, reload the autosave, and that should fix the flames. Alright, so now we're going to fly out and let's look for a planet. Howlwind, that's the one we need. Let's go there because there is ancient bones and we will need some money. So we will be mining for ancient bones and salvage data there. Let me just switch to the starship view. That way I have a bit more view as well when I'm gonna go and fly over the planet's surface. Well, would you look at that? Perfect. I prefer to land at a landing pad. The reason for that is that I do not lose any launch fuel when I take off the next time. Alright. So what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for dihydrogen, we're going to be looking for salvaged data, and we're going to be looking for buried bones. So you can see these are the buried technology modules. We have quite a lot in the neighborhood. And let's see if I can see any down. There we have another bone site as well, natural buried site. We can go there as well. So we might actually be able to do that one and that one in the row. So let's start there. Let's go to that one first. Now, we will need some dihydrogen because we need to build ourselves the terrain manipulator. So let's just have a scan, see if I can find any. There we are, dihydrogen. Now, we will need quite some dihydrogen because we need, I think, about 3 dihydrogen jellies. Let's see, what do we get? We can make 2 of them, so let's make 2 dihydrogen jellies already. And we need some carbon as well. That is going to allow us to make 2 carbon nanotubes. Then we go to our multi-tool and let's install the manipulator here, the terrain manipulator. Alright, with that in hand now, we should be able to start mining for our buried modules. Alright. In the meantime, let's mine again, see if I can find any more blue crystals nearby. So let's mine these again. As I said, we will need more. So now we should be able to make 1 more because we will need 2 later on. Also, by the way, as you can see, I have 4 salvage data, which already is going to give me 208,000 units, which is a nice sum of money. Let's collect that. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of bones here. Let's just take these. We think we might be lucky here. That's a good one. Purple, right? That's another good one. That's another purple one. Good. Now, we don't need to go anywhere. Let's just go up here and let's start selling our stuff we just found. If you didn't find something like that, you can always go to the space station and sell it in the space station. But as you can see, we do have a galactic trade terminal here. Let's sell our salvage data. That's 500,000. Then you can see here, that's another 500,000 almost, another 500,000, and then we can sell these as well. So you can see now we have 1.6 million, which is a nice sum. Let's see what we can buy from here. We can buy some uranium, which is not that much. There's only 32 uranium. There's nothing we can buy from here. Let's go to our ship and let's fly to the space station. Let's buy all the chromatic metal. Let's buy all the uranium. Let's buy 10 of these. We will need to protect ourselves a little better. Let's buy also 10 of these. Let's buy 10 of the winding loom. And also buy all the cobalt. All oxygen and all ferrite dust. Let's see if there's anybody here selling more interesting things. It is good to just earn a lot of money and buy most of the resources you need, because that is going to help you just, you know, reduce the grind. It's easy to find some money in this game. Let's see, buy. What are you selling? Chromatic metal. Let's buy chromatic metal as well. Let's buy 100 salt. We will be needing 100 salt in the future as well, because we will need to be able to build a submarine. Alright, let's jump in the ship and let's go. Let's fly into our freighter. Alright, now let's us also unlock this one, because this is going to give us the refiner room plans. And let's go into the back room here, and we're going to start doing some building. Now, before we go and build, we're going to be removing most of this building. So we're going to delete all of these, because this is going to give us some extra resources. And let's just delete everything except for this corridor here and the room that is leading towards the cultivation room. The reason for that is because we can then later on use the resources if we need to build more. Let's build a refinery room right here. And it's going to give us another milestone done. Let's claim it, because that is going to give us the storage room plans. And storage room plans are another milestone we need to do. So let's just take a storage room, this one here, 0, build it here. That gives us the next milestone. So we can now claim this one as well. And this is going to give us the interstellar scanner. And as you can see, we need only magnetized ferrite anymore to fix that. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the refiner here to create some magnetized ferrite. So let's put the ferrite dust like this. About 300 is okay. How much did we need again? 70? I think that should be enough. So let's take this one here, put it in here, take this one in our inventory. Add the other pure ferrite here. Add it. That's going to give us 72 magnetized ferrite. There we go. Let's put that in our exosuit. Then we can now go to our freighter. And we will be able to install this interstellar scanner. A little bit of a glitch in the display there, but okay. Let's also fix this one. We need 2 antimatter housing. So let's go to the exosuit. Let's make 2 antimatter housings. Like that. Then we should be able to fix the hyperdrive as well. And let's move the hyperdrive as well to here. That way we have a little bit more space. Now we can also most likely make antimatter if we're lucky. We need condensed carbon for that. So for making condensed carbon, we can take our oxygen that we just purchased and make the carbon from that. That's going to take us 30 seconds. Put this here again, and now let's make condensed carbon of that. That will take another 20 seconds. There we go. Let's put this in our exosuits. Now we should be able to make some antimatter. Let's make 5 to start with, but that should allow us now to fix the matter beam. that is also going to allow us to start storing from a distance, so we don't need to be in the freighter anymore to, you know, move stuff from one place to another. Now, let's also take the warp cell, put the warp cell in here, so that the hyperdrive is now charged. We are almost there. Let's check what we have. We have also this one here, the interstellar scanner. Let's unlock this, so we get another milestone unlocked and also the rewards. This is going to give us the movement module. We're going to get a pulse engine module, which you can either use or you can sell for nanites. Alright, the next thing we need to do is we need to warp with our capital ship. We need to anyway get to the Rendezvous 1, so we will have to start warping. So for that, we go to the warp map right here, engage warp drive, and now we can use the warp drive to start our travel. Now, before we fly off towards the Rendezvous, we just go here. If you go to the top here, you see that's the system we are. If we just move a bit to the up here, to the left, you can see this is a pirate controlled system. So let's just fly to that first. That is first of all gonna give you that mission, the milestone. It will give you that milestone. There we go, that's our milestone. Let's just unlock it so we get the hyperdrive core. We'll get also some other blueprints, and we will get a module as well that is gonna boost our hyperdrive distance. So if you go to the freighter now, you will see there is a hyperdrive upgrade. Let's just install that next to that one here. Now, what I'm going to do, we're going to move the hyperdrive here, and then let's move the matter beam and the interstellar scanner here. That way, if I need more slots, I can install more hyperdrive modules. All right, so now we have almost done everything except the only thing is Rendezvous 1. But before we do that, we will go into our ship and make some money. So let's fly into the Outlaw station. As you can see, we still have 800,000, which is a nice sum to start with. I don't think we have anything we could sell here, so let's leave it at that. Alright, so what we're waiting for is from pilots coming in here and see if any of these are selling banned weapons. Now, you can of course buy other black market goods, but to be honest, I feel like the banned weapons are the most profitable way to get money in. So let's see if any of these are selling. Offer to trade. Has illegal black market goods, but it's not what I'm looking for. Ah, nice. This one has banned weapons, so we should be able to buy all of them. Let's buy all three. And let's also buy all the nip now as well. And we should be able to use the rest of our money to buy more from this one here. And let's see, we buy the first spawn relics. Let's see how many we can buy. 2 of them. And let's buy the rest of the blood salt as well. We have 39,000. So let's jump into our shuttle, go back to the freighter. Alright, so if you go and check our freighter hyperdrive right now, you will see that we are empty. Now, I could use the hypercore we have here, but I prefer not to use that to recharge the hyperdrive because we will need 1 hypercore to create a singularity drive. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to see if I can create some more, because I do have some antimatter here. So let's just make 2 more antimatter housing. Alright, and that is going to allow us then to create 2 warp cells. So let's do that. Let's make 2 warp cells. Load up the warp drive with the 2 warp cells. So now we have enough to do another warp. So let's just engage warp drive again. So let's warp to this one here. And then do another jump. And let's do a second warp straight to the rendezvous point. Here we are. We are now in rendezvous number 1, the rendezvous system. So let's jump back to our ship. Now, as we all know, we have a whole bunch of contraband. So before we go to the rendezvous, let's fly to the space station and get rid of that, because we don't want to be scanned by the authorities. Let's sell our goods. The first spawn relics, the blood salt, we also have the banned weapons, and we have the nip buds. As you can see right now, we have 1.4 million, and that we came from 800,000. That means we made 600,000 profit on that. Alright, so let's now jump in our ship and go to rendezvous number 1. Now, the rendezvous point is a crashed freighter. It should be not too far from the marker normally, so let's have a look. There we are. So you can see we have the crashed freighter here, so let's just land nicely near it. And this is going to give us the milestone, or rendezvous number 1. If you want, you should be able to dig in here. Most likely that will be a problem now, because what I think, somebody has built a base computer nearby. So if I go to my terrain manipulator, no terrain permission. Now, if you want to do any terrain digging, if you want to dig up the resources from here, just simply go into your shortcut menu, go to the right. There's going to be a whole bunch of bases here around them. So this one here seems to be called, let me see, 1. So let's start with this one. Let's report number 1. Continue. And say that they built over this. So I'm going to take a screenshot. Continue. So now let's see. Can I mine? Still no terrain edit permissions. So I ended up with just reporting all 4 bases because they were all covering the whole region. So now I can finally do some terrain manipulation. This is a little bit annoying. I mean, 4 bases on the same location. The thing is, this is actually a good place to dig up the cargo holds, get out this resources, get some money and things like that. So building on top of such a rendezvous point, I think this is quite inconsiderate to do that. Anyway, we are at the end of phase 1 of this expedition. So let's go back to the freighter and finish this one up. And here we are. So now if you check our expedition, you will see that the whole phase is done. Let's just claim the reward from rendezvous number 1. We get some exosuit slots, and we can also, of course, claim the patch right here, and that is going to be the finish of phase number 1. Now, from the moment that you finish warping, you can start doing your fleet missions. If you want more information about that, check the video that I'm going to share at the end of this video. Anyway, this was the guide for phase 1. I hope this was useful to you. We already have prepared a little bit more for the next coming phases as well, so be sure to keep an eye on the next one dropping very soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this guide helpful, then let me know in the comments. Also, do not forget to hit that thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you again next time. This was Beeblebum. Goodbye for now.